Did you know that over 75% of people feel stuck in their professional lives and 76% of people feel stuck in their personal lives? So if you've been feeling stagnant, uninspired, or just plain stuck, it's time for a change. Now, I've been on a reinvention journey for many years. Balancing a career, raising a family, and now following my passions has taught me a lot about the art of reinvention. So today I'm sharing 10 actionable micro tips that you can start implementing immediately to kickstart your transformational journey. So imagine breaking free from your rut and living your life that you've always dreamed of. If you're ready to transform your life, let's get started. But first things first, let's clear something up. Wanting to reinvent yourself doesn't mean there's anything wrong with who you are today. Reinvention is about growth and evolving into the person that you choose to be, or evolving into your very best self. So let's jump into the tips. Tip number 1, self-reflection and awareness. Understanding yourself is the foundation of any successful reinvention, and it all starts with self-awareness. This means taking a good hard look at where you are now and what you're good at and what needs to improve. So for me, the best tool for this has to be a SWOT analysis, or a simple pros and con list will also do if you don't have the time to break it down into strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So here's how you can get started. Strengths. List the top strengths. These are the things that you really excel at. For instance, you might be a great communicator, highly organized, or really creative. Write down at least 3 of your strengths. Now, weaknesses. Be honest with yourself about where you fall short. Do you struggle with time management? Are you easily distracted? Identifying your weaknesses isn't about beating yourself up, but it's about knowing what you can do to improve. Opportunities. Looking around at what opportunities do you have for further growth. So this could be improving your health, wealth, or happiness, or be as simple as taking a course, a project at work, or even a networking event. And 4, identifying the risks. What are the external factors that might be holding you back? This could be a lack of resources, unsupportive people, or even your own negative thoughts. So let me share a personal example. When I first did a SWOT analysis, I discovered that my biggest strength was my desire to learn, but my self-care really needed work. Now, this realization was a game changer. I knew that I needed to find ways to structure my day better to make room for self-care and passion projects. Now, one of my opportunities was setting more boundaries and self-care into my schedule. And a threat was my tendency to overlook my personal needs. So knowing this, I could create a plan to address each area. So here's an actionable task for you. So take some time this week to do your own SWOT analysis. Write down at least 3 items in each category. Now be honest and thorough. Once you have your list, start thinking about how you can leverage your strengths, work on your weaknesses, and seize the opportunities, mitigating any threats or risks. Now, this clarity will guide you on what to focus on and where to grow. So doing a SWOT analysis isn't just a one-time activity. Make a habit to revisit and update your SWOT analysis every few months. This way you can track your progress and adjust your strategies as needed. Remember, self-awareness is the first step towards meaningful change. And by understanding yourself better, you're laying a strong foundation for the rest of your reinvention journey. So on to tip number 2. Now that you have a clear understanding of your SWOT analysis and of yourself, it's time to set clear and actionable goals. Setting goals gives you a direction and a sense of purpose. It's like having a roadmap for your journey of reinvention, and it's one of my favorite actions to do. When setting goals, it's helpful to use SMART criteria. So specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Now, this framework ensures that your goals are well-defined and attainable and saves you from adding interesting but irrelevant things or things that are off-target tasks. So let me break down how could you do this. So specific. Your goals should be clear and specific. So instead of saying, I want to get fit, you would want to say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months by working out 3 times a week. Measurable. You need to be able to track your progress. So if your goal is to read more, set a goal to read 1 book a month. And this way you can measure whether you're on track. Achievable. Your goals should be really realistic and attainable. It's great to aim high, but make sure that you set goals that you can actually achieve within your time constraints or your abilities or all of your surroundings. So relevant. Your goals should align with your broader life objectives. If your ultimate aim is to switch careers, your goal should help you to gain the skills and the experience needed for that new career. Time bound. So set a deadline for your goals. This creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay focused. Instead of saying, I want to learn Spanish, say, I want to complete an intermediate Spanish course by the end of the year. Now, I've always found this one step really transformational, and it's been especially fundamental to any sort of my weight loss goals. So if there was a deadline with a specific goal, a specific date, then I achieved my weight loss goals every single time. But if there was no deadline, I had no substantial change. So here's an actionable micro task for you. Take one of the opportunities you identified in the SWOT analysis and turn it into a SMART goal. Write it down in detail. For example, if you identified a new skill that you want to learn, your goal might be, it might look something like, I want to complete an online course in digital marketing by June the 30th. Breaking your goals down into smaller, manageable tasks can also make them less overwhelming and more attainable. So if your goal is to write a book, start by committing to writing just 500 words a day. This way you make consistent progress without feeling overwhelmed. You mustn't forget to celebrate your milestones. Every small achievement brings you one step closer to your target and your larger goal. So, for instance, when I reached the halfway mark of my goal to learn to ride a motorbike, I celebrated by setting a date to go out for a ride with friends. Now, it was going to be a rewarding experience that really motivated me to keep going. So setting clear and achievable goals gives you a sense of direction and purpose, and it helps you stay focused and motivated on your reinvention journey. So take some time today to set your goals and outline them. Outline those steps that you need to achieve. You've really got this and it's very achievable. Okay, so tip number 3, mindset self-reflection. It's really crucial for personal growth. It involves taking a step back and examining your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. And this will help you understand what you have to do and how you can improve. One of the best ways to practice self-reflection is through journaling. Set aside time each day to write about your experiences, your thoughts and feelings, and ask yourself reflective questions like, how did I feel today? Or how did I handle the challenges today? This practice can provide valuable insights into your behavior and thought patterns. For example, I remember a time when I was feeling overwhelmed by my responsibilities both at work and at home. So I started journaling every night, writing down what had happened during the day and how I felt about it. Over time, I noticed patterns in my thoughts and behaviours, and I realised that I often felt overwhelmed because I wasn't setting clear boundaries between work and personal time. Now, this insight helped me make the necessary changes to create better balance in my life. Another powerful self-reflection tool is mindfulness meditation. Spending a few minutes each day in quiet contemplation can help you gain clarity, reduce stress, and focus on your breath and observe your thoughts without judgment. This practice helps you become more aware of your mental and emotional states. So here's an actionable task for you. Start a daily journaling practice. Spend at least 10 minutes a day reflecting on your experiences and writing down your thoughts. Over time, you'll see the patterns and gain insights into your actions and motivations. Additionally, try incorporating mindfulness meditations to your routine. Begin with just 5 minutes a day, focusing on your breath and observing your thoughts, and gradually increase the time as you become more comfortable with the practice. Self-reflection is an ongoing process, so make it a habit to regularly check in with yourself and assess your progress. This will help you stay aligned with your goals and make necessary adjustments along the way. Now, by dedicating time to self-reflection, you not only gain a better understanding of yourself, but you'll also develop the ability to make more intentional choices. Now, this awareness is key to making meaningful changes and continuing to grow on your reinvention journey. Tip number 4. It's another one of my favorites, and it's continuously learning. So it's essential to stay relevant and growing as a person is to continuously learn. It keeps your mind active and opens you up for new opportunities. Whether it's picking up a new skill, exploring a new hobby, or diving into a completely new field, learning continuously can be incredibly rewarding. For instance, a few years ago, I decided to learn to navigate and to get a powerboat license. Now, these were things that I'd always wanted to do, but never found the time. So diving into these skills not only expanded my capabilities, but it also boosted my confidence and reignited my passion for learning. It made me realize that no matter our age or our stage in life, we can always start something new. So here's an actionable task for you. Commit to learning a new skill or subject. Enroll in an online course or set a goal to read one book per month on a topic that interests you. Make a plan and stick to it. For example, if you've always wanted to learn digital marketing, sign up for a comprehensive online course, dedicate 2 hours each week to study and apply what you've learned by creating a small marketing campaign for a personal project of yours. Now, this hands-on approach would really deepen your understanding and help keep you engaged. Continuous learning not only keeps your mind sharp, but it also opens doors to new opportunities and experiences. Embrace the mindset of a lifelong learner and never stop growing. Every new skill or piece of knowledge that you acquire, it adds to your ability to adapt and to thrive in different situations. Remember, learning doesn't need to be formal. It can be as simple as watching documentaries, listening to educational podcasts, or even following tutorials on YouTube. The key is to stay curious and open to new experiences. Tip number 5, build a support system surrounding yourself with supportive and inspiring people. It's helpful, but it's not crucial for any transformational journey. A strong support system really does provide encouragement, feedback, and different perspectives, whether it's friends or family or online communities. These people can help you stay motivated and accountable. So when I was navigating through my own reinvention journey, finding people who are already where I wanted to be was a game changer. I found a network of like-minded individuals who pushed me to be better and held me accountable. Having these people who uplift you and support your journey is invaluable. But I must say, if you're in the situation where you don't have access to those people, where you're not surrounded by like-minded people, don't give up hope. Just focus on surrounding yourself with the right podcasters, the right audiobooks, the right YouTubers, and use those people to surround you with like-minded focus. And then look out for the online communities who you can start engaging with. So here's an actionable task for you. Join a group or a community that aligns with your goals. Attend at least one meeting or event per month to connect with like-minded individuals. Look for groups on social media, local meetups, or join my free community. Engaging in these communities can provide you with invaluable insights and connections. For instance, if you're looking to improve your fitness, joining a local gym or an online fitness community can provide you with motivation and support. Share your goals with the group, participate in discussions, and celebrate each other's achievements. Building a support system is not just about receiving support, but it's also about giving it. Be there for others in their journey, and you'll find that the support comes back to you in many ways. So offer your help and celebrate the successes of those around you. Remember, you don't have to go through your reinvention journey alone. And having a strong support system can make the process more enjoyable, less daunting. So surround yourself with people who inspire you, challenge you, and believe in your potential. Now, tip number 6, it's a biggie, self-compassion. Self-compassion is essential when you're on your journey of reinvention. So it involves treating yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience, especially during challenging times. So recognizing that it's okay to make mistakes and experience setbacks is key to maintaining a positive mindset. So when I was navigating significant change in my life, practicing self-compassion made a world of difference. I used to be my own harshest critic, often berating myself for not being good enough. But I realized that being kind to myself and acknowledging my efforts was just as important as achieving the goals as it is supporting the process to achieving success. Here are some practical ways to practice self-compassion. So daily confirmations. Now I like to say confirmations rather than affirmations because then you're confirming your belief. So start your day with positive confirmations. Remind yourself of your strengths and the progress that you've already made. For example, say to yourself, I'm capable and strong, or I'm making progress every day. Mindful meditation is another one. Spend a few minutes each day practicing mindfulness. Focus on your breath and observe your thoughts without judgment. Now, this helps you stay present and reduces the self-critical thinking. A third tip is a self-care routine. So take a bath, go into nature, listen to music, or journal your thoughts and feelings, especially when you're feeling low. Acknowledge your emotions and remind yourself that it's okay to feel this way. Reflect on what you can learn from these experiences. So here's an actionable task for you. Start a daily compassion routine. Begin by writing down 3 positive confirmations each morning. Throughout the day, practice mindfulness by taking a few deep breaths and bringing your attention back into the present moment, the now. In the evening, spend a few minutes journaling about your day, focusing on what you did well and what you're grateful for. Self-compassion also means setting realistic expectations for yourself, understanding that reinvention is a journey, it's not a destination. There will be ups and downs that will be perfectly okay. What matters is that you continue to move forward, even if the progress is slow. Another important aspect of self-compassion is learning to forgive yourself. If you make a mistake or you fall short on your goals, don't dwell on them. Instead, acknowledge and learn from it and move on. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend. Practicing self-compassion will help you maintain a positive and resilient mindset, making it easy to stay committed to your reinvention journey. Now remember, you deserve kindness and patience just as much as anyone else. Tip number 7. Developing a transformative routine is crucial for maintaining consistency and achieving your goals. A well-structured routine helps you manage your time effectively. It reduces your stress and ensures that you're dedicating the time to the things that matter most. Now think of your routine as like a framework, the foundation of your day. It's a set of habits and practices that keep you on track and make it easier for you to achieve your objectives. Now, when I decided to reinvent myself, one of the first things I did was establish a solid daily routine. Here are some steps that you can do to develop that routine. So you first want to start with identifying your priorities. Determine what activities are most important to you. This could include work, exercise, learning, family time, and self-care. Make a list of these priorities. And then create a daily schedule. Allocate specific times for each of those priorities. For example, you might decide to exercise first thing in the morning, work on a new skill in the afternoon, and then spend evenings with your family. Write down your schedule and then stick to it. Start with small habits. Begin by incorporating small, manageable habits into your routine. For instance, if you want to begin with just 5 minutes a day, and then gradually increase the time of your meditating or your journaling. Be consistent. Consistency is key to forming new habits. So try to follow your routine every day, even on the weekends. The more consistent you are, the more ingrained these habits will become. So here's an actionable task for you. Create a daily schedule that includes the times for your key activities and goals. Start with a simple routine and gradually build upon it. Your morning routine could include waking up at 6 a.m, doing a 10-minute meditation, and then exercising for 30 minutes. It's also important to periodically review and adjust your routine as needed. Life changes, and so do our priorities. So make sure that your routine remains aligned with your current goals and needs. And obviously that's going to help if you're going to commit to something. Maybe it's about scheduling in a time to readjust. So developing a routine might seem a bit rigid at first, but it actually gives you more freedom in the long run. By automating parts of your day, you free up the mental space and the energy for creativity and spontaneity. It helps you avoid decision fatigue and ensures that you are consistently working toward your goals. Remember, the goal of a routine is to not just make your life monotonous, but to create a stable foundation that supports your growth and reinvention. So take the time to build a routine that works for you and watch how it transforms your life. Tip number 8. Visualize success. Now, visualization is a powerful tool that can help you stay focused and motivated on your journey of reinvention. By imagining your future success in vivid detail, you create a mental image of what you want to achieve, which helps guide your actions and your decisions. Now, when I started using visualizing, it was out of necessity. I was bedridden, unable to read and write or live a normal life for 3 years. I was having a health crisis driven by lots of factors. And the doctors told my family, I was 13 at the time, and they told my family I would not walk again or live a normal life. But I was determined. Instead of thinking about what I wanted whilst feeling frustrated and sad, I felt amazing. I began to see myself already achieving those goals. Visualizations made my goals feel not only attainable, but really real. And that kept me motivated to work towards them. And it was then that I learned how transformative the power of visualization really was. So here's how you can incorporate visualizations into your routine. Create a vision board. Gather images, quotes, and other items that represent your goals and dreams. Arrange them on a board and place it somewhere where you're going to see it every day. This constant visual reminder will keep you focused on your objectives. Daily visualization practice is really key. So spend 5 to 10 minutes each day visualizing your success. It's really simple. Just close your eyes and imagine yourself achieving your goals in as much detail as possible. Engage all of your senses. What do you see? What do you hear, feel, and even smell in this future scenario? I do this instantly upon waking every morning and also before I fall asleep at night. Number 3, write a success script. Write a detailed description of a day in the life of you once you've achieved your goals. Be specific as possible. Describe where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, and how you feel. Read this script regularly to reinforce this vision. So here's an actionable task for you. Create a vision board that includes images and quotes representing your goals and dreams. Spend at least 10 minutes each day visualizing yourself achieving those goals, and place your vision board somewhere where you're going to see it every day to keep you motivated and focused. So if one of your goals is to run a marathon, visualize yourself crossing the finish line. Imagine the crowd cheering and feel the sense of accomplishment, and see yourself wearing the medal. This mental rehearsal can boost your confidence and increase your motivation. So let me share a personal story. Not only have I used this to heal my body, transforming my health, I've used it to create all of my leap goals. So I classify a leap goal as somewhere where you can't see how you're going to get from A to B, and there's this huge gap that you've got to jump effectively, and it's not something that would happen naturally. So I use visualizations to really feel into this leap reality. Now remember, visualization is not just about daydreaming. It's a focused mental exercise that prepares your mind and body for success. Now, by regularly visualizing your goals, you reinforce your commitment and you make it easier to make the necessary actions to achieve them. So visualization also helps you stay positive and resilient. When you encounter obstacles, and you will do, recalling your vision can remind you of why you started and what you're doing, and encourage you to keep going. It keeps your end goal in sight and strengthens your belief that you can achieve it. Tip number 9 is really important. It's all about taking action and experimenting. So one of the most crucial steps in reinventing yourself is taking action. All the planning, goal setting, and visualizing in the world won't make a difference if you don't put them into practice. This time it's about moving from planning to doing, and that often means experimenting with new approaches and ideas. So I remember when I decided to reinvent myself and to take a massive salary, or to make a massive salary leap. I was nervous about stepping out of my comfort zone, but I knew it was the only way that I could really jump from A to B. I tried various activities, from taking courses to public speaking. Some experiments were more successful than others, but each one has taught me a valuable lesson and brought me closer to my goal. And I often find that with visualizing, once you get into the habit, and it's the habit to visualize, to write your daily script, you're going to have this inner guidance of things telling you what to do, different actions that you should take. So when you hear that little inner voice, or you get a phone call, or doors open for you, you must take action. So here's how you can start taking action and starting to experiment. Start small. Break down your goals into small, manageable tasks. Instead of trying to overhaul your entire life at once, focus on one area at a time. Small steps lead to big changes over time. Embrace failure, understanding that not every experiment will be a success, and that's really okay. Failure is a natural part of the learning process. Each setback provides valuable insights and opportunities for growth. Everyone fails. The most successful people don't stop or give up. That's why they are successful. And be consistent. Consistency is key to seeing results. Commit to taking small actions every day that move you closer to your goals. And over time, these small actions will compound into significant progress. Reflect and adjust. Regularly review your actions and their outcomes. Now reflect on what's working and what's not, and be willing to adjust your approach as needed. Don't just keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So here's an actionable task for you. Identify one area of your life where you want to make a change. Set a small, actionable experiment for a week, and such as trying a new hobby or an approach to a problem. Track your progress and reflect on what you've learned from the experience. If you say you want to improve your fitness, start by committing to a 10-minute workout each day for a week, and at the end of the week, evaluate how you feel, what you enjoyed, and what challenges you faced. Use these insights to adjust your routine and then build upon your progress. Taking action is about being proactive and not waiting for the perfect moment. Often, the perfect moment never comes, and waiting only delays your progress. So by starting now and experimenting with different approaches and being okay for failure, because it's an experiment, you can find what works best for you and keep moving forward. Remember, action fuels your motivation. The more you do, the more motivated you become. And each step, no matter how small, builds on that momentum and brings you closer to your goals. So don't be afraid to take risks and try new things. You never know what you might discover about yourself in the process. And tip number 10, the final one, celebrate your milestones. Celebrating your achievements, no matter how small, is really crucial for maintaining the motivation and recognizing your progress. It's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of your ultimate goal and forget to acknowledge the small victories along the way. Celebrating these milestones keeps you motivated and reinforces the positive changes that you're already making. You deserve to celebrate your journey. It's not a destination. The fun, joy, and the growth is in the journey, not at the end of it. So here's how you can celebrate your milestones. You have to set milestones and break down your larger goals into smaller, achievable milestones. For example, if you've got a goal to lose 20 pounds, set a milestone for every £5 loss. And reward yourself. Choose meaningful rewards for each milestone. This could be treating yourself to a favourite activity, buying something you wanted, taking a day off to relax and recharge. Reflect on your progress as well. Take time to reflect on how far you've come. Acknowledge the hard work and effort that you've put in, and appreciate the progress that you've made. And also remember to share your success. Celebrate with others. Share your achievements with friends, family, or your support group. Their encouragement and recognition can boost your motivation even further. So here's an actionable task for you. Identify the milestones for your current goals and plan a reward for each one. Write them down and keep a track of your progress. Make sure that you celebrate each milestone as you reach it, no matter how small it may seem. So if you're learning a new language, set milestones for completing each level of your course. And when you reach a milestone, celebrate by watching, say, a movie in that language or trying out a restaurant that serves food from that region where the language is spoken. These small celebrations can make learning much more enjoyable and keep you motivated. So celebrating milestones is not just about rewards, it's also about taking the time to recognize and appreciate your efforts. This helps build a positive mindset and reinforces the habit of acknowledging your achievements. All too often, we focus on the negative and not on the positive. It reminds you that every step forward is progress, no matter how small. So remember, reinvention is a journey, it's not a destination. Each milestone you reach is a testament to your commitment and growth. And by celebrating these moments, you keep your motivation high, your spirits lifted, making it easier to continue pushing forward and more likely that you will succeed. So as you work together or towards on your goals, don't forget to celebrate your progress. These moments of joy and recognition will fuel your journey and keep you moving towards your ultimate vision. So thank you for joining me on this journey of reinvention. I hope these tips have inspired you and given you some practical steps to start transforming your life. Now remember, you have the power to reinvent yourself and create the life that you desire. Stay committed and be kind to yourself and celebrate every step along the way. Here's a quick recap of the tips that we've just covered today. So self-reflection and awareness, conduct a SWOT analysis, set clear, achievable goals, use the SMART criteria, practice self-reflection, start journaling daily. 4, learn continuously, commit to learning a new skill. 5, build a support system, maybe join my group or an online support group. 6, practice self-compassion, develop a self-compassion routine. 7, develop a routine, create a daily schedule. 8, visualize your success. So create a vision board and practice visualization. 9, take action and experiment. Start small and be consistent. And then finally, number 10, celebrate your milestones, acknowledge and reward your progress. I look forward to seeing you next time.